Hello everyone. It's it is time to read out the changelog here. What we got here. So let's see 2.2. It just like a few seconds after it is been published here. So let's see. General main menu layout has been reworked. Adjustment to vendor grid size to accommodate Tartarus film. Added in-game ping to the automatic game information toggle via preferences interface settings. Disable party experience sharing and player count experience bonus. Players will now always get 100% of the experience as opposed to it being divided amongst the party. The experience you gain is now always the same whether you are playing in a group or solo. Ooh. These changes were primarily done to remove any incentives of people for people to multilog for any reason other than muling. Getting more experience, this has cost us resources and time over the years while punishing people who wanted to play from the same IP. Multilog rules warnings have not been very efficient to prevent accidental bans, especially for the non-English community. Extending the carry one functionality from chance to add charm bonus. This is the foundation of the relic rework. Warning: unsocket your relics before patches live or the game will eat them. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, the entire party bonus and stuff, it was also a thing upon releasing the Sigma itself, but it was less that brutal. But now it's completely destroyed, so it has no sense to be in a party at all, just for fun, and that's it. QL, all items can now be unsocketed as long as they are not rune words, which means socket fillers can be recovered in case rune orders goes wrong. Oh yes, added a button in the inventory to automatically collect all items that would go into containers. AC, rumors, shrines, yeah. Re-add the town portal delay but at 1 second instead of 3 seconds. Oh yes, final 1 second delay. And game quest, downgrade, enlarged a few sections and added a few passages. 25% overall gain in enemy spawning areas, slightly reduced drop rates. Fasting will increase fasting only rune drop chances. Southland added a couple of new paths. 10% overall gain enemy spawning areas, yes. Increase density, improve unique and set item drop chance. Reduce excessive defense from mobs and corrupted druids. Increase experience by 10%. Etherborn, remove weather, storm, screen flickering. Spriggan, reduce fire punch, I don't know this. Dry spawn, reduce chance to flee. Corrupted druids, reduce ally damage. Reduction granted by aura, reduce chance to hit. Corrupted wolf, replace mana leech with mana drain aura. Reduce physical damage, attack critic at physical level. Corrupted hunter, reduce physical and fire level. Damage, reduce bear companion, replace cascade with phalanx, corrupted seer, reduce ember spirit, yeah. Higher zone in this stage now have a permanent blizzard effect. What the fuck? Ominous guardian, no longer despawns, reduce spawning frequency, reduce all damage, ally damage, reduction granted by aura. 11th eye, new mini boss located in the Southland Cemetery. I don't really get them, but you can read them all here if you really wanted to. Dimensional Labyrinth 4 boss reduce damage of all of his attacks and abilities by 20%, excluding the Frost Arena. Oh yes. Reduce loot rewards. You now have 0.25% chance of getting nothing, 99.75% chance of getting at least 1 drop, and so on chance of getting 2 drops, down from 2 drops as always. Yes. Legion of the Damned, reduce number of zombies and fallen heroes spawned in the last wave to reduce lag, greatly increase health of the damned souls, which unlock difficulty additions. Zombie lair, remove unexciting zone prior to the zombie arena, now connected directly to visualized temple, reworked map, adding a connection to the Word Nexus. Ooh, I remember it. Oh. Toraja now requires low 12.0 to access. Area level reduced to 12.0 from, slightly reduced density. Ooh. Eve of Destruction now requires, no way, no. No, you need to grind more to complete the game itself, like normally. 12.5. Area level, increase. Fix the bug, preventive visions from spawning on hell difficulty. Will now drop a relic the first time you kill him. I see it. Zezex, you know. Reduce physical resistance from 40 to 35 magic resistance from, But why 28% and why it's not a normal number like 30 or 25, you know. Numerous Light, now located in the Kingdom Shadow, Atanakan, reduce physical resistance from 40 to 35 magic resistance, the same, reduce health by 10%. Spirit World, give you a reduce physical resistance, is the same as above. Ness reduce health by 38%. The Void Soul Pride now takes less time to kill when low on health. What is his name? Uilelos Kaltimor. Okay. Defeat Sesharans, destroy a new dungeon boss in Sazlan. Boss drops fruit that upgrades the Dura Aegis, providing 1+ soul skills. 5% max life, 25 magic find, drops up to 3 sacred uniques, chance to drop relic. Oh god. General Mini Mastery, clarify description, add the physical resistance to mercenary start screen, re-add the mercenary resistance turning gold at 75% max resist. Amazon Javelin, Deadly Dance, now reduces Deadly Strike. Elemental Aegis, maximum absorbs is now 13, Undomitable, fix the bug causing blocks chance to always be 50% instead of maximum block. Spirit of Vengeance no longer requires a corpse. Assassin now obtains 2% life per point into Endurance Glow. Summon Familiars, bad duration now affected by Continuity Mastery. Nocturne reduce sound effects. Earthshaker Barbarian, Earthquake no longer gains flat physical damage after skill level 28. Physical synergy increase to 14 per base level from 10. Max skill level is now 20. Blech. What the fuck is wrong with me? Warmonger Fortress, increase attack speed, damage per second, increased by 11%. Projectile speed, increased by 15%. Druid Whirl. The form is being increased movement speed. Ferocity now adds flat physical damage at low levels. Egg Trap, now 25 skill. Greatly increased baseline damage. Birds now pierce through enemies, massively increasing damage potential in high density areas. Oh. Now choose 2 Novas instead of 3. Yeah. Increase attack speed. Animation are able to reach 8 FPA. Replace Quill sound on skills with bird ones. Form Wall, increase weapon damage. Progenies, Blessing, now affected by Continuity Mastery, now heals you based on extra base level. Necromancer. Reaper. Due to limitations in the game engine, Splash Effect now has 0% conversion to magic. The conversion wasn't working. Now affected by Continuity Mastery. Summon Abyss Knight, now a spellcaster minion. No longer have physical damage nor attack rating. Their spells always hit. Main attack now deals magic damage and properly scales with minion damage now. Aha, so I wasn't the only one who was having bad experience with the Abyss Knight's damage. Finally, they got good change here. Reward Force Shout, clarify description. Item or skills. Oh god. Apocalypse. Concept. Apocalypse was one of the skills used by Diablo in the original Diablo 1 game. As such, it should 1. Require great ability from the caster. 2. Should not be available early on. To implement the first part of high level of the skill will be required in order to activate it. This also leverages the numerous sources which carry the off skill. In addition, a good investment into mana will be required to fit the theme. As for the second part, the tiered unique sources of this off skill will be removed and the required level of the rare affix will be increased. Skill changes. The damage is now always the equivalent of old level 12-0 Apocalypse. It does not scale with skill levels. Will be castable from skill level 62 onwards. If you have a lower level, you will not be able to play with this skill. Will deal 50% more damage if your current mana is higher than your maximum life. So it's like a mana game. So you gain, if you have much higher mana than your life, then you will gain more damage. That makes sense. Now reaches its maximum damage range. 63% faster area effect increased by 21%. Mana cost is fixed at 12.5. Item changes. Level requirement of rare is increased by 33. Apocalypse procs on tier uniques replaced with Fire Splash. Apocalypse proc on Stygian Fury. Now level 63 up from 60. Out of replace Apocalypse with Flame Front. Magister replace Apocalypse with Flame Front. Slightly reduce skill levels. Phoenix Wave. Concept of Phoenix is a mythical bird which can be regenerated in a burst of flames and combustion. This skill is being improved by fine-tuning the mechanics and increasing the damage and utility through thematic scaling. Skill changes. Wave speed has been doubled. Wave maximum range has been increased by 16%. Wave no longer be obstructed by unwalkable ground, things such as rocks and water puddles. Now restores a percentage of your maximum life per cast based on your character class. Paladin Sorcerers 0.2%, other classes 0.4%. The above values are set so the slower caster will be compensated for the lower damage output with more regeneration. Amount healed increased by 100% if you have at least 2800 energy and 200% if you have at least 3600 energy. Damage increased by 27%. Reduced damage variance. Damage increased by fire spell damage now applies at 89% of value. Cold lightning poison spell damage applies at less of that value. For example, an item with 10% fire and cold spell damage will increase Phoenix Wave damage by 11%. An item with 10% to all spell damage will decrease damage by 4%. Chaotic Spark replaces Static Lance. Concept: an ability that scales with cast speed, both mechanically with fast animations through the use of an on-cast proc and numerically from your uncapped cast speed, incentivizing more speed scaling past lowest frame breakpoint. This off skill will be restricted to paladins and sorceresses who are able to best make use of the ability through their fast cast speed. Now fires 4 projectiles up from 3, next delay remove. Main projectiles can now shotgun. Main projectiles no longer pierce but instead explode in a small area on impact. 20% chance to trigger a charge no one cast, releasing 32% piercing projectiles around you. Damage increased by a lot. Charge Nova stuns enemies for 0.5 seconds on hit. Damage scaling cap from spell focus is triple for this skill. Your cast speed stat also counts as spell focus for this skill. Item changes now only spawns on sorcerers, body armor and paladin helms. Arcane Swarm, concept numerical analysis compared to the closest. Void Star and playtesting reveals the performance is good with the following factors considered. Average roll on Atanakan's dress. Inclusion of big all skills roll on elemental bow FX pool. 11 to 12 skills from max familiar. Oh god. Oh god. Holy shit. Let's read the famous ones. Pentagram concept specializes the skill a bit further to fit a more defined gameplay role. Increased power without compromising on the visuals is too much. No cooldown casting, nothing resembling a pentagram on the screen anymore. Without making low frame casters the best as this the norm, harness the demonic corruption theme more. Skill changes. Make the skill more suited to the close range playstyle by enabling casting under melee only restrictions, such as melee devotion skill tag in the description change to melee spell. The above change make this skill a great candidate as a single target addition or Bloodthorn's replacement for a ritualist. To make this skill more suitable for other classes, the character will also gain physical resist for a short time after casting. This way other classes can play melee caster with it too, and paladins don't benefit as much. The boss will scale with the amount of unspent attribute points you have. The character has to sacrifice a part of themselves to harness the demonic power, and is also a nod to ancient Median nostalgia. Skill cooldown is reduced by 0.04 seconds for every 20 unspent attribute points you have. Up to a maximum of 300. Minimum cooldown now 1 second compared to 1.6 before. 60% damage buff while chain casting. Gain 2% physical resist for 2 seconds after casting for every 20 unspent attribute points you have, up to a maximum of 300. 30% physical resist maximum. Mana cost doubled as it was not appropriate for a cooldown ability before. Item changes now added to the value of the Tainted Sun Sacred Unique. Now this sounds interesting. It's really unique to see something like having a unspent stat point to make it even more viable for that particular skill. That sounds awesome. Word. Concept establish a theme consistent with the visuals. Create scanning for stats that have not had such vectors before. Creating use cases for items which were previously not popular. Tie holy visuals to the theme. Yeah. Soul is no longer targetable anywhere on the screen, now appears a short distance away from you and works with melee only restrictions. Cooldown remove always hits, Soul releases a Nova every 0.4 seconds down from 0.6, now release 3 Novas per cast down from 4. Yeah. Mana cost greatly increased, 15 mana at level 1, rising by 2 mana per level. Deals damage based on the amount of magic damage added to your weapon, starts at 40% and gains an additional 1% per skill level. Damage is increased by half of your damage to demons bonus. Items no longer spawns on the Astrologas moon set. The overload tier unit has been reversed accordingly. Okay, Avalanche. Concept, make the skill easier to play and more powerful by enabling targets between the avalanches to take damage. Requires some sacrifice for builds wanted to use the skill this way, as otherwise it would be too generic. Skill changes. If you have at least 1200 spell focus, double radius of frost explosions, 300% increase area effect. Guard Tower. Concept, improve the skills so that it becomes worth casting the standalone. Further use it to enable the offer requested playstyle of fortress characters as visuals and theme have synergy. Weapon damage increased to 140. Now targets an additional enemy in range for every 10 skill levels. Guard towers, which are active while fortress is also active, have their seek radius and enemy targets doubled. Tower duration is now always 5 seconds and duration no longer increases with skill level. Item changes. Proc level on items reduced to 1, existing items not affected. Guard tower relic proc chance now 1% down from 3. Skill level on the Helipolis unit has been doubled. Skill level on the Helipolis... Yeah, doubled. Okay, I was reading the same thing. Proc chance on Charge Breaker has been halved. Proc chance on Rathman's Tyranny now 50% down from 25. Man areas 3-piece set bonus proc chance now 10% down from 20. Added plus 816 to guard towers and affix on magic crafted barbarian shield. Death Star. You mean the Star Wars thing or what? Skill with scales through stacking flat poison damage on gear and skills without the detrimental duration handling, which makes the stats suboptimal in normal use cases. Damage reduction from multiple item sources, exponential scaling from skill sources. The skill will be exclusive to classes who can best take advantage of the mechanics. Skill changes. Main projectiles now pierces and does no damage. Instead pulses every 0.4 seconds, poisoning enemies in an area around itself. Deals damage based on the combined poison damage per second of all your skill and item sources. And who the fuck is disturbing me? Disturbing me. Deals 12% plus 6% per skill level of your combat poison damage per second. Yes. Gains an extra projectile every 15 skill levels, maximum 3. Poison duration is 2 seconds. The skill is not affected by poison damage. Spell damage, spell focus, and poison skill duration stats as weapon damage projectiles. Proc chance reduce. Yes, added 818 Death Star as an FX on Amazon helms, assassin shields, assassin gloves, and barbarian helms. Shut up! Cataclysm. Concept: the skill cannot retain its current functionality as there are other fire skills which do the job better. Its mechanics are less suited to crowd clearing compared to Apocalypse, as less suited to single target compared to Pentagram. The skill is widely available, so it must be reversed to provide benefits to many builds and paladins in particular. Related to Ignis Fatuus, no longer conjures a fireball nova around you, is now a long duration buff. Grants spell focus, fire damage to weapons, and reduces your fire resistance. Spell focus plus 5 per skill level until 40 and plus 2 afterwards. Fire damage bonus is 12, 20 per skill level until level 40 and 610 afterwards. Fire resistance penalty is 1.5%. Duration is reduced to 20 seconds if you obtain this buff from a proc. Armageddon set no longer gives a Cataclysm proc. Set bonus is now 50% increase Cataclysm bonus. It removes all skills bonuses from items to balance the set for non-fire builds. And Serum were now procs Apocalypse. Chance is now 33% down from 40. Apostasia Room were now gives Pyroblast. Yeah, it's another vigil proc removed. Other proc chances now 4% up to 3. Hammer of Jom now procs Apocalypse. Heart of Fire now procs Pyroblast. Partox Curse now gives Phoenix Wave. Well, the Tainted Sun now gives Pentagram. Proc level the Magic Rare Crafty affix increased to 40. Cannot spawn as an affix on Magic or Druid Helms, Paladin Helms, Insult, Sorcerer's Orbs, and Necromancer Staves. Searing Glove. Sinner, Glowing Fungus, Ice Lance, summon Avalanche. Oh god. Fix a bug mechanical problem with the skill. It requires an enemy to click on, but primary target only gets hit once, while adjacent targets get hit 3 times, make it for free 2 distinct rolls better depending on thematic scaling. Damage increased by 50%, attack rated debuff now 20%, rework mechanics so that all targets in radius now get hit 3 times per cast. The skill changes its role based on the number of successfully corrupted items your character is wearing. If you are wearing none of the powers of heaven imbued skill, increase the debuff duration to 30 seconds, enemy attack rated debuff increases. Yeah, if you are wearing one of the more of the powers of hell imbued skill, it gains physical damage added as fire per successfully corrupted item worn. Item changes, relic, skill bonuses now 9-11, oh shit. Now spawns as an all skill with level bonus on Amazon shields, necro staves and druid helms. Now spawns as an all skill with level bonus on paladin shields. Sinner, part of a trio of high level elemental minions that can complement any summoner. These will leverage the other improved all skills in the patch. With the scaling of the promotes more variety of summoner gearing, you will only be able to summon one type of elemental minion per build, make summon counts scale with player level, providing a big power boost for simply playing the game. Helps characters using the skill progress further even if they are unlucky with drops. Minions have doubled. Now uses the river version of Apocalypse. Gain spell damage. Gain spell focus. Now starts with 10 fire pierce. Base minion count is now 1. You can gain an extra maximum minion at character levels 13-0, 14-0 and 14-8. Now spawns as an all skill with level bonus on necro shields, necro wands, Amazon helms, Amazon shields and barbarian shields. Glowing fungus. It says kinda the same. Minion have double, now uses chaotic spark. Chaotic spark level increases. Yes, gain spell damage equal 40%. Gains free spell focus. Now starts with 10 lightning pierce. Base minion count is now 1 as the same one as it is increasing the maximum minion count. Now spawns as an all skill on necro saves and Amazon shields. Ice Lance currently doesn't have a role as the coverage is too low to clear and damage is too low to boss. Transform the skill into a viable single target option. No longer freezes as bosses are freeze immune anyway, now deals damage in a small area. Initial projectile speed is now very low, but the lance accelerates rapidly. Now hits 3 times per impact, up from 1. Damage increased by 20%. Increases the reductions to weapon physical damage now count as cold spell damage for this skill. This helps physical builds leverage the large number of proc sources of this skill, as well as cold casters who can quickly swap weapon for a single target boost. Mana cost greatly increased. Now spawns as an all skill on crafted belts. Now spawns as 25% level 40 on melee attack proc on belts. In addition, cold pierce. The above affixes cannot spawn at the same time. Summon Avalanche. Rename to Summon Frostwalker. Replace creature model. No longer has a massive collision size. Minion have doubled. Now uses the revert Ice Lance. Ice Lance increases with skill levels. Gains spell damage equal to 40% of your minion damage stat. Gain spell focus per 1% minion life. Now starts with 25 cold pierce. Cold pierce is increased by your bonus to minion attack rating. Base minion count is now 1. Gain an extra maximum minion at character as the same above. Now spawns as an all skill on druid saves and barbarian shields. Void Archon fixed attack speed buff value. Frozen Orb reduce mana cost. Hawk Talons increase weapon damage by 33%. Increase magic damage, yes, with increasing returns. Trinity Nova now uses cast instead of attack animation. Lightning arena duration increased by 37. Impact laser slightly increased and gain damage. Shampoo weapon damage increase. Gamma field damage increase. Supernova damage increase. Nice. General across rope can no longer be upgraded into War Clock. Innate trial method damage display is now orange instead of gold. Golden cycle fixed size. Desolation half magic damage. Ultimate chaos damage increased. The Shanker now adds crushing blow depending on tier. Quartz's fold replaced with new unique dagger sharp beak. Dagger decrease, blade increase, weapon what? On all tiers and damage at T1 and T2. Corruption, rune words can now be corrupted. Corrupted crystals, recalls, shards and their appearance on ground. Fix the bug where success chance was 22% rather than 33%. And further increased to 40%, effectively nearly doubling success chance compared to previous patch. Chance for corruption increases. Increasing level required is now 30% down from 33%. Therefore, chances for success nothing fair are now 40%, 30% and 30% respectively. Implemented corrupted cluster. Drop rate. Single player and multiplayer modes now share the same item ratio table, meaning the chance to find sets or units are now the same in both modes. The new rates are a middle ground of both. Therefore, meaning slightly increased unique set chance in MP and slightly reduced in SP. Note that this drop change only affects item quality and didn't affect any items that don't roll rarities. Increase enhanced rune drop chances. Increase rune drop chances globally. Relics are now charms and will no longer consume socket space. Warning: unsocket your relics before patches live or the game will eat them. You can have a maximum of 3 relics at any time in your inventory. You cannot carry the same relic twice. Balancing relics around having 1 and stacking 3% 3+ has proven difficult, often leading to relics being underwhelming when not stacked. Instead, we are increasing the power baseline and limiting them in most cases. Relics now have required level 75 down from 12.0. Relics can now drop on all difficulties, increase the skill level of all relics, added additional stats to all relics including procs and orange effects, remove several relics with skills that were notoriously outdated, useless or highly abusable. Secure unique standard kicking session. Orange text now works correctly. Worshipper now reduces Band of the Shadow cooldown by 1 second rather than 2. Gaze of the Dead gives damage to demons instead of Zakarum. Freak Show fixed pestilence duration. Plunderable life person bonus now to 5%. Sky Spirit now adds crushing blow instead of attack speed. New second unique Strix Claw replaces Draw Valor. Sets Emerald Cloud crushing blow increase now spawns with maximum resist. Now adds enemy lightning resist. Emerald Flower increase flat physical damage, increase flat cold and lightning damage, remove fire. Emerald Earth replaced fire damage with lightning damage, now adds lightning pierce. Emerald Sky cold damage increase to like this. Alright, so we got to see an immense change here, but now I don't really know which build I should pick. I leave the choice to you. So if you don't pick, then I will pick something terrible. Alright, so this is it. And so I'm gonna end the stream because I have no idea which stream character I should pick in the next stream. So yeah, this is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the first patch day of Median 22, or also in the Hell Unleashed series with the Bone Necro. So thank you and see you next time.